Here you can see Harry and Voldemort fighting on the marble staircase in their final showdown. We're using a lot of very quick explosive spells, which culminates with this connected spell, which is something that was first designed in the 4th film. It's basically Harry's Expelliarmus spell and Voldemort's Avada Kedavra spell colliding. In this instance, Harry's deflected the spell and he's used it to actually bring down the staircase above Voldemort's head, and in such a way that we think he's actually killed Voldemort. All of that was done as a big CG animation using the CG marble staircase extension rather than the practical set.
This is the moment between Voldemort and Harry on their final battle. This was also a lovely second unit sequence in having Rafe and Daniel on wires, upside down. We could only do it a certain number of times, and they really went at it.
In Hallows Part 2, the work was about looking at the second act and making sure that there was enough juxtaposition between Harry's mission to destroy the Horcruxes and the battle. And the other thing was to ensure that the finale had enough of a payoff for the relationship between Voldemort and Harry, because in the original drafts they were very similar to what we had in the book, which takes place in the Great Hall and Voldemort circles Harry, and I felt we needed something a bit more personal and visceral between the two of them. So I encouraged Steve to go off and think about ways in which we could have time with Voldemort and Harry away from everybody else, so that that final confrontation could be a bit more personal and intense and visceral.
We designed the death of Voldemort in such a way that we could see what happens when a killing curse actually enters the body, and as pieces start to come off the body and his skin and face emaciates and shrinks. David wanted to design a series of shots that actually in their own way but were quite beautiful, where we see all of his physical attributes have come apart and he's become ash. And the idea was we're floating up with this ash to reveal the school and the sunrise and the dawn of a new day. And that essentially is the end of Voldemort.